have a lot of pick potential throughout the mid game. They do have a lot of the rift for game number 1.
Steal away a lot of value, and now he's even in position. It doesn't seem like they knew he was here at all.
Yep, in he comes. So there's the flash forward, holding onto the pillar for after the flash. He is going to get it down there. Very nicely done. Stun comes in, but thankfully very strong. So Afrika will be able to get a lot of control around that mid game. So far, Team Dynamics have taken the first dragon as Rich finds Spirit blind with that Q combo. Beyond's going to turn up though as Keen tries to dive forward, but he has no flash and the pillar is too good. They're able to lock him down. It's 1-for-1 so far. This is now Rich looking to try and lock down Spirit. Double buffs on
time, and Mystic had to flash away from that one just to survive, and he nearly died after the flash. So you could see that it doesn't seem like the two of them are very confident in this kind of 2v2 situation.
World Ender. Slicing Maelstrom in there as well, but Rich finding himself the Infernal Chain his decisions correctly is Mystic diving forward.
Mystic is so desperately trying to get damage that I think it's going to eventually
picks Keen out from the backline as now Beyond diving forward. Keen does get a decent ulti as the final chapter's brilliant. Doctime's going to go down though, and Keen somehow survives. Rich right in amongst it, but they're missing all of that extra damage. Rich is going to find himself Control Ward, as Cloud Drake will be up in another 15 seconds. Another dredge line is fantastic as the exhaust goes down onto Mystic. Rich finds the backline of that exhaust we were talking about is used on him as he then goes for the escape. And this is what the Dynamics comp wants to do because their AoE healing is quite large with Inspire augmented by the Athene's Unholy Grail. And Afrika, they're the poke comp, but they're getting poked. As Rich just decides that he wants to solo himself a Dragon Soul.
Yeah, it's like the slow pushback, you know, the front line of the battle is slowly being pushed back. As we mentioned before, this is great for Team Dynamics. I mean, the pick potential, it's good, but eventually Duckdom, he's got the, you know, he's building up the items to eventually stop this, and you can see the Baron is getting lower and lower. I think they're just going to get it here. The Grave's not there on time.
Yep, all too easy as in goes Rich from the backside as well. Nothing Keen can do as Mystic Arcane shifting backwards. He's going to keep himself alive as they do take down Rich, but the Baron has been taken, and now there is 200 years of damage worth bearing down on them. One of the first dredge lines I've seen miss actually, and that's going to get Guga's flash out as well. As somehow this outer turret top lane is still up, and Dynamics of Afrika focus down their targets. Can Dynamics actually utilize Docdom here as another dredge line comes in? Moonlight Vigil out as well as there's the final chapter Beyond. Very, very low, but Guga, he's very tanky. Now Rich does find Keen, stops him from getting into that back line as Afrika look like they're not ready to fight right now. They're just trying to bide their time for the best opportunity.
That was a lot used to not get much. You know, you're basically hitting tanks. Beyond has Warmogs. He's fine to take that huge damage.
Oh, Keen in trouble though. Does go golden. As now Mystic gets caught up with another one. Moonlight Vigil comes out as all of the ultimate cooldown reduction is just insane. Calibrum. Yep, everything's just super balanced here over on the Aphelios side of things, but this Elder Dragon is going to make things a whole lot worse. As it does reset a little bit, and yeah, Spirit is just going to get gate-capped by Rich. World Ender up once again. Mystic's trying to hit him where he can. Exhaust goes down as now they're trying to pull this one out of the pit. Looks like Dynamics aren't really interested in coin flipping this one.
They are so safe, man.
But look at the base!
Yeah. Meanwhile.
Yeah, Dynamics just had way too much control. Spirit had to actually flash back out as Quick Draw not available, which still is active for another 30 seconds. This is most definitely going to be the end of the game here. Afrika's comp never really got off the ground, especially not when it needed to. As look at how quickly these Nexus turrets fall down. Spirit getting zoned out by Rich. His famous Aatrox. And these Nexus turrets, they just don't stand a chance. Beyond, down to about half health here as Rich is trying to do what he can. Fly gets flashed on by the Aatrox. Oh my god, just walks away. Cool guys don't look at explosions. And speaking of explosions, the Nexus is dead. Team Dynamics continue their onslaught.
Aphelios Nautilus.
Yeah.
And they didn't ban the Nautilus. Nautilus was picked in the second stage.
Welcome back 2020 LCK Summer Split. It was Dynamic versus Africa game number 1. Dynamics are continuing their winning streak at here at Low Park. They're on a 7-game winning streak so far, undefeated. Today's winner will come out on top of LCK standings, and Dynamics was the one to go one step closer to the result. Africa once again opened their Aatrox up against Dynamics, and they traded Azrael and Aphelios. They were looking for that Azrael or Aphelios ending. They were really smart going into that draft fight, but at the same time, Dynamics' smart rotation outclassed that of Africa Freaks. So we're gonna focus on how Dynamics pulled off this kind of very smart and intelligent rotation. That first dragon was the start of everything. With this bot lane priority and vertical jungling, Dynamics was able to start the dragon. Ezreal was trying to push this wave and return to base and TP back. But while they were starting this dragon, Dynamics actually made Aphelios to return to base early. Well, Azrael and Yuumi tried to take a safe recall to the base, but Aphelios returned to lane faster than they anticipated. And once again, Azrael's recall got interrupted by Nautilus, so they made him to waste a lot of time. So this is where the huge denial of the bot lane started, and LS will be so happy to see this wave freeze. With no turret dive pressure, Dynamics bot duo was having a really good time and very comfortable time. And the later jungle path also had a huge impact on the result of this game. So after that recall, Trundle was invading the enemy blue buff, and Graves was also trying to counter jungle Trundle. So because of this location of Trundle, Azrael felt the pressure of turret dive, so he had to walk down the lane instead of using his TP. And they expected that Trundle will come for a turret dive, but instead Trundle rushes to topside to cover gank Graves. Africa players, they thought that indeed Trundle will be at bot side, so they started to open a 2v1 fight, but the truth was, it was 2v2. Ezreal was already so behind in CS and XP, and Dynamics managed to have an even fight on the top side, so we can say that Dynamics was in a huge lead in the very early phase of the game. And with this huge gap from the AD carry players, the game was pretty much over right there. So in short, Dynamics won the jungler mind game, and they were able to snowball it throughout the game. Even though Africa managed to get some of the winning team fights, Dynamics was strong enough to hold on and explode the enemy nexus. Now let's check out the POG of today's game.
킬 자체가 아주 많이 발생해서 아 이거 누구다라고 딱 느껴지는 그런 흐름은 아니긴 했는데
덕담 선수 덕담 on Aphelios.
사실 여기에 저희가 뭐
덕담 got his first POG of the split in his first season in LCK.
막 강타 싸움 치열한 가운데서 본인이 드래곤 바로 막
well, 덕담 was the one that actually won the smite fight between the junglers during the Baron try, and also 덕담 was strong enough to zone out all 5 players on the Africa side. So while 3 of the Dynamics players were on Keen, 덕담 was just pushing out the rest of the Africa players by himself. So there are some of the risky players that pull off some of the risky plays on Aphelios, even though when he's super fast, but 덕담 was so consistent throughout the game. Africa tried really hard to go to the backline and melt down a Philius, but it didn't work right. Dokdam picking up 7 votes out of 12. He closed out the series on their side. Then let's check out whether Dynamics will get a series win today, or will Africa turn the game around.